Hi Aries, welcome to my channel, Lioness Moon Intuitive Tarot. My name is Sarah. Thank you for being here. All right, Aries, today we are going to do a Celtic cross spread for the week of April 6th to the 12th, 2025. Keep in mind this is a general reading, so take only what resonates, leave out what does not. Okay, so Aries, if you're interested in having a personal reading done by me, the information on how to obtain that is in the description box below this video. All right, Aries, let's see. Let's tap, please, Spirit, let's tap into the energies of Aries, please. Tapping into the energy of Aries. Let's cut the deck. All right. The moon. Pisces energy. The Knight of Wands, Sagittarius. The World. That's the fixed signs. The Page of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The High Priestess, more Pisces, wow. And the Six of Wands in reverse, which is Jupiter in Leo. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so Aries, all right, so actually your entire reading is pertaining to the Lovers in reverse. So we're going to see how it is that this reading is, everything put together even after clarification, brings us to the Lovers in reverse, which can indicate a misalignment in values. It can indicate this is likely going to be about a relationship of some sort. Okay. So there may be some sort of misalignment in values, or there's may just be some sort of separation that you're dealing with here. Okay. Somebody who you're separated from, perhaps. We'll find out as we clarify here. So the challenge is the Knight of Wands is what I'm getting. So the challenge as the Knight of Wands in the upright tells me that there's something about impulsivity here that is potentially challenging you. There's going to potentially be, there may be something about this situation that may inspire some sort of impulsive action that is posing a challenge to your situation. In the recent past, we've got the World. This may not be the recent past. This could be the distant past. I shouldn't say recent past. There was some sort of lesson that had already been learned. Something had been closed out. Whatever it is that has closed out, whatever cycle it was that was closed out, there was some sort of lesson that was gained from having that closed out, okay? In the present, I'm seeing the moon. The moon represents our deepest emotions, our fears, something that is unknown. And with the High Priestess being in the focus above the moon, I'm getting right now, Aries, that there's something that there may be something right now that is unknown that you are already picking up on intuitively. So now you may actually, like when I see the moon and the High Priestess together, in some cases it may be coming to you in a dream. But what I'm getting here is that there's something that is already intuitively known about a situation that is going to entice you to potentially do something impulsive. And what we do not see is we've got the Six of Wands in reverse. So the Six of Wands in reverse represents the potential to fall from grace, okay? And this could be something that's going to affect you in some way. So I just need you to kind of understand something here. Like this may not be you, but what I'm seeing here is that there's a potential that whatever it is that's going to come into your life, that's going to, it could even be a temptation, but I haven't clarified and we haven't seen the devil or anything like that. It does look like there is something that has to do with impulsivity, impulsive action, that is going to pose a challenge to you. And whatever this challenge is could result in some sort of fall from grace. It could be, it could be, this is, when it's in the upright, this is the public recognition card. And it represents victory and success. There's something to do with failure here. And it could be publicly known failure for some people here. So this could be you. This could be somebody in your energy. But I'm gonna say that right now, as of right now, this is something that affects you. Okay, we've got the Page of Wands here in the future. There's going to be an opportunity or there's going to be some sort of good news, is what I'm getting here. Because the Page of Wands or all the pages represent messengers. So there's going to be some sort of good news in the future. But we're gonna find out what this is all about as we clarify. So why is the Knight of Wands here as Aries challenge, Spirit? The Eight of Wands in reverse. And the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So what I've got here is that there's somebody who there's something or somebody that you have detached from already, that may be coming back towards you, okay? It's not happening quickly right now. We've got the Eight of Wands in reverse, which tells me that it's going to take some time. But somebody who you've detached from is potentially coming back, okay? I'm also getting that there is the potential for there being another energy. So whether that's with you or with this other person, there is some other energy that is in existence. And I'm going to see it potentially as you, okay, for now. There's something that's in your energy right now that would prevent you from being able to reconnect with somebody right now. And your challenge right now is that there is going to be something coming back towards you, and it's going to entice you to want to take some sort of impulsive action. But whatever this is, it doesn't look like it looks like it's counterintuitive. But it does look like whatever this is, that it's something that you may already be intuitively picking up already. So there may be something that you've had dreams about. This could be you, this could be somebody in your energy, but it is showing up that there's this potential to do something impulsive, and it would require the party who has two energies to do something sneaky in order to make this happen, okay? So why is the world here, Spirit? Why is the world here? So this is what I'm getting here, is that whatever it is that's coming back towards you, which is likely somebody who you're in separation with, is somebody who you've already learned something with. All right, so we've got the High Priestess jumped out, and she was in the upright when she jumped out. Okay, so I'm getting that something came to an end because you had to follow your intuition on something. It was something that was, what I'm getting here is that it was a long time coming too. It was something that had been going on for a while. So you may have been in some sort of long-term friendship, or this could have been a family situation, or this could be an actual romantic connection. But whatever this is, it looks like there was a cycle that came to an end. And what it is, it was a cycle that led to something that was an unfavorable ending. Whatever it was that you experienced in this situation felt like an unfavorable situation for you. And so this ended up coming to an end, and I'm getting very strongly here that there was some sort of lesson that was learned here. So what I'm getting here for as soon as I saw this card, what I'm getting for some of you is that you you may have a history, and this could be stemming from childhood, of being privy to and maybe even victimized by gaslighting. And I'm getting that you're starting to see it differently now. Like you're able to catch on. And that's only for some. Maybe some of you don't feel that way. But what I'm getting here is that I often see this Seven of Cups as a cloud of confusion. And when I see that it's in reverse along with the World and the High Priestess, I'm getting that there was some sort of really bad fortune that you have experienced as a result of succumbing to something like gaslighting. And that's why I say that it's been something that's been a long time coming. This could be since your very early years. And like almost like you didn't even see a way out of it. Like you were very, what I'm getting here is that there was almost like there was some sort of combativeness that you've had to deal with in the past, that was related to this gaslighting situation. And it brought about some really bad karma for you. And so you ended up putting something to an end. Can we get something on the moon here? Why is the moon here for Aries? Why is the moon here? We've got the Six of Wands in the upright. There's something that you don't know about public recognition, something to do. There's something about the... Oh. Okay, so this is what I'm getting, okay, Aries? There's something that you have learned. Now, for some of you, whatever it is that you have learned, and it may be in the recent past, but it was a long time coming, and it may be related to something like confusion or gaslighting or something kind of on the abusive side that you've been enduring for a long time, and it's been probably cycle after cycle after cycle. There may be something unknown right now that you have learned that you have the ability to gain public recognition for. And whatever this public recognition is, so meaning like there's something that you learned that you can share with other people that will be helpful. And it whatever this is going to help bring you some level of abundance. Like there's going to be fruit for your endeavors. Okay, so we've got whatever this. Okay, so now that you're coming to a place of balance in your life, there is something though that's unknown here, and something. What I'm getting here is that there's something that you have already detached from, which has to do with this energy. There's something you have already detached from right now that is potentially going to make its way back into your life that you don't know about right now, okay? And it may be in the form of an actual relationship, a relationship that you've been detached from already. There's something, so either you have detached already or you are about to detach. But whatever this is something that's going to continue to, either it's going to come back after you've detached, or this is something that's going to be something that isn't going to leave you yet. But whatever it is that you have learned is something that's going to bring you abundance, and it's also something that's helping you establish your confidence. And whatever it is that you're supposed to be living out right now, it looks like it could bring you some sort of recognition. So whether you decide to share this through writing or blogging, writing, vlogging, anything like that. Can we get the High Priestess here? Why is the High Priestess? I'm getting that there's something so whatever I'm talking about right now is something, if this isn't resonating with you, this may not be your reading, because whoever it is that I'm reading for right now already knows what I'm talking about. Whatever this is something you've already picked up on intuitively and out jumped the Five of Swords. Okay, so here's what I've got. So what I've got here is that there's something that you intuitively know is going to happen here. You may already intuitively, and it's something that's a shock and a surprise here, but it's rooted in some sort of grudge here. Almost like you feel like you want to win something at all costs here, is what I'm getting here. Either you or somebody in your energy. So it's I'm seeing it as potentially you. What do we have here? All right, so what I'm getting here is there's a grudge being held here. And I don't know if this is a grudge against you or if this is a grudge that you are holding. But somebody intuitively knows that something is going to be shaken up as a result of this feeling of needing to win at all costs. Okay? Somebody may be taking some sort of sneaky action here. So before we continue, I would like to get the situation on this because I feel like that is very nebulous. I'm sorry if I'm shaking the camera a little bit, but I don't even know if I'm going to put those there from now on. Can we get the situation on the High Priestess, please, Spirit? What's the situation? So there's something about a spiritual path that you're on. You're ascending. What I'm seeing here is that you're ascending past something right now. So what I'm getting here is that there's going to be, you intuitively know that there's some sort of challenge coming your way. Okay. And it may be rooted in somebody having some sort of grudge against you, or this is somebody who you may be holding a grudge against. But what I'm also getting here is that it's almost like this is going to give you an opportunity to rise above something here. There may have been some sort of love affair type thing that you've been dealing with too. That may not be for everybody. I am seeing the Lovers here in reverse, so that is potentially exactly what we're talking about here. Like there may be an understanding of something to do with some sort of infidelity that had taken place, and whether that was on your part or on somebody else's part. It looks like there is somebody is having dreams or getting intuitive hits about something to do with infidelity in a romantic connection is what I'm getting here. So if this reading is resonating, even if you have not, doesn't have anything to do with a romantic connection, then that part is part that you have to kind of let go of. But we've got the Six of Wands in reverse, so there's something to do with falling from grace down here, like almost like if the ascension of this really bitter energy doesn't take place, there is probably a consequence for this. Okay, so here's what I've got, is that the Devil is in reverse here. There's been some sort of release or detachment from something that was very toxic here. And that means something specific. It's probably something that felt really good. The Devil is often a temptation, and it is often rooted in some sort of addiction, meaning like it's something that lights your brain up like a pinball machine. Whatever this is something that is being detached from, okay? And it's because somebody's manifested this. There's a new beginning. I'm getting here. Okay, this is what I've got. Somebody engaged in infidelity in a connection. All right. The other person, And I feel like it might be you, Aries. It could be you that engaged in infidelity. I mean, you have to take it as it resonates. But the other person already intuitively knows that there's something that's going to happen here, and it looks like it might. It looks like somebody is going to experience some sort of fall. So I'm getting here that there may be some actual magic going on here. That whether somebody realizes that they're doing magic or not doesn't mean they're not doing magic. The Magician represents Hermeticism, represents Mercury, that's Hermeticism. The seven natural laws of the universe are a part of that. And that is alchemy. That is how we make things happen. I'm getting here that there is somebody who is making something happen, and it looks like it's from somebody had detached from somebody, and now it looks like somebody is getting there's going to be some sort of public disgrace that somebody is going to have to face as a result of their behavior. It does look like there is... So, and what we do not see also, Aries, is that there is a new beginning in love coming in for you, okay? There's a new beginning in love coming in for you. And it does look like there is going to be a choice. Because what I'm getting here is that there's somebody who you may have been holding on to something with regard to something that happened in the past here. And it's somebody who may have done you wrong in some way. And it looks like whoever it is that did you wrong, that you're learning from, you're actually learning from this, is going to face their karma for what they've done, is what I'm getting here. But I'm also getting that there's going to be an opportunity because it looks like somebody's potentially coming in, and there's going to be another connection available for you. So, Spirit, what's this Page of Wands? And that's why it's like there's going to be some sort of new beginning or good news here. What's this Page of Wands? The Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay, so the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. The Page of Wands in reverse. And the Knight of Wands in reverse. We'll take that. Okay, so here's what I've got here. Is that somebody's coming in to communicate with you to potentially reestablish or restore some sort of relational integrity. And you may potentially do this. I am getting, though, that there's a very high potential, too, though, that you're going to recognize what this actually is and you're not going to take action. Because I'm getting here that you... There's an energy that has caused a lot of emotional turmoil. And I'm also getting that there's been some sort of overindulgence when it comes to material. That's what I'm seeing here. So we've got the Lovers in reverse as what the whole reading is about. It looks like there's something to do with some sort of separation. But it does look like there's going to be... it looks like some sort of opportunity to be impulsive. So the advice, we've got the Emperor, and that's you, Aries. So you have the potential to take the lead here. The Spirit is telling you that it's in your best interest to be the leader here, to take the lead. Why is the Emperor here? Why is the Emperor here? There's something to do with being trapped. Trapped in commitment. There's something that's unknown here. Okay, so here's what I've got. There's, like I said, there is something that you already know about this situation. Yes, there's something unknown. There's something unknown about this past situation that's coming back in. that's coming, but what I am seeing here is that something is coming in with the Chariot in the upright. And whatever this is, Aries, is something that has kept you trapped. And there is something, I was seeing that there's something to do with confusion, almost like you got out of this situation and you learned something about, specifically what I was seeing was that it may have been to do with some level of confusion. This could be a lesson in gaslighting for some of you, honestly. And it looks like there's something to do with either your value system, or there's some sort of commitment, maybe even marriage, okay, that you felt trapped in, is what I'm getting here. Almost like it was almost like there was an entire shift after this ended. There was some sort of cycle that ended that caused some sort of shift. And you have the potential to live to your truth right now, because somebody who you have walked away from, or who walked away from you, is coming back. That is, it's unknown right now as to what it is that is going on, but it does look like they're coming back, and they're coming back to communicate in an emotion. It looks like they're coming in an emotionally mature way, but or that could be you making the most emotionally mature decision that you can, because you have the ability to make that decision. Because it does look like whatever it is that you're dealing with this other energy has to do with bringing you to a place of emotional turmoil. And also, it does look like there's an overindulgence of material to an extent too. So we've got the Sun in reverse as the external influence here. You could be dealing with a Leo, especially to see the Leo energy in both of these positions. There's something here that's not going to make you happy, and whatever it is something that has been released already. You've already released this energy. This energy is something that you've released already. This was a very toxic energy. This is something that felt good, and that's why it's possibly coming back. Can we get more on the Sun in reverse? Can we get more on the Sun in reverse for Aries? Okay, so I'm just going to tell you straight up, Aries, whatever this energy is something that doesn't actually make you happy in a way that is necessary to fulfill you in a fundamental way. So the Nine of Swords in reverse, you know what that tells me is that there's some sort of false comfort that you do feel with this energy here. I'm just telling you, Spirit wanted me to tell you this is a false comfort. This is a false comfort, but it does look like you're going to have an opportunity to reconnect with an energy that you're separated from. You're going to have an opportunity to reconnect. It doesn't look like it's a very good idea. It would be counterintuitive to something you already know to be true, okay? I'm telling you, whatever it is that you feel like you've gone through with this person, you feel like this person has not received their karma for this, there will be a fall from grace with this person. The problem is that if you reconnect with them, you end up becoming collateral damage, okay? So yes, you are in a position where you really need to consider things and be introspective about your situation, because you're not being completely honest with yourself, and you may be weak to this energy, is what I'm getting to with that Strength in reverse. There's some sort of weakness to this energy. You may have been because I did see the King of Swords in reverse too. You may have been almost like you succumb to the energy of these people who almost like they think they know everything. The King of Swords in reverse is an energy that really thinks they know everything, okay? And maybe you feel like you need to prove yourself to that for some of you. I don't know. The hopes and fears. We've got the Death in reverse. The fear is that this comes back to life. Something that you already have detached from. You've already detached from it. It's what it is it's... I mean, this could be we've made the trauma bond into something favorable. People want this twin flame connection, but it's And if both parties are willing to grow, I don't know that this is good for you at this point, Aries. Okay, so the death is in reverse. Something from your past is coming back, and the hope is that you're introspective about this, and you can actually release this energy, because whatever I'm getting that there's some sort of overindulgence of material here that you're dealing with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Overindulgence of material. I'm getting a very, very arrogant energy too, like somebody who just thinks they know everything. And there's something about it, Aries, that plays on your weaknesses. And I feel like there's something you've already learned about this that's going to catapult you to a new level of the game, you know? The outcome is the Two of Swords in reverse. This is going to be a difficult decision for you. There's something about this energy that is very, very enticing to you. Can we get more on the Two of Swords in the upright? The Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles, yeah. So the choice is between, and the Nine of Wands. So the choice is between having the confidence to stand on your own, because there's something that you intuitively know. I'm telling you, whatever this is, there's something you intuitively know about this situation that ends in disaster for you. And it's showing up down here that it does. So there's something that you already know. So you have the choice. You can stay in your confident self and be independent, or you can try and persevere through something that you know is going to be very difficult. And honestly, if this was a long-term commitment and you feel like you want to try and make this work, I will never, ever tell you that that's not a good idea. I think that if you have the strength to try and make a relationship work, I say go for it. But there is a cycle that was very difficult for you that looks like you might be repeating again. That's all. And there's a potential that you're not going to be very happy, very angry potentially. This could really trigger some major anger out of you, or you can take the route of your court card, the Queen of Wands in the upright. Take action towards whatever it is that you need to do in order to get into your confident space here. So let's see, what is this whole reading pertaining to? We've got the Lovers in reverse here. So there's some sort of separation. So whatever this separation was has actually helped you to get out of a trap of some sort. You're actually released from some sort of trap. But the problem is that, and you've been released of a burden. The thing is that there's a potential that you haven't completely learned a lesson that you need to learn here with the Tower in reverse. If we do not let this tower fall, there may be more lessons to learn in this situation here. So that is the whole reading. I will finish this by getting some angel messages for you, Aries. What does the angel deck have to say about this situation before we close out? Yes, so whatever that is pertaining to. Yes to what? Yes to what? Forgiveness. There's something about forgiving this situation that's going to help you move forward. And honestly, I almost wonder, sometimes forgiveness of somebody doesn't necessarily mean getting back together, or at least right away. There may be more that you need to learn on your own. Okay, Aries, that's kind of what's showing up. A year from now, this may be something that comes into your life in a year from now, okay? And there's some sort of compromise that may be available. Like I said, I would never tell you not to try and work something through if you felt like you wanted to, because I have a lot of respect for those elderly couples that have been together for a very, very, very long time. I know that that's not easy, and it's a major accomplishment as far as I'm concerned. So anyways, Aries, that is your reading for the week of April 6th to the 12th, 2025. Thank you for staying here for this duration. If you're still here, thank you for your likes, your shares, your subscribes. And until I read you again, take care and bless.